Boy, when you look at these superstars,
Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on.
Come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown? It looks like he's helping his opponent do a little family planning here, JR.
Well, that's one way to do it, King. I don't think we're going to be seeing any youngins in this superstar's immediate future. The RKO! Okay, he's setting up his opponent.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, but I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that whoever loses this fight might just lose the match too, JR.
Whoever wins this fight might just win the match.
Kane's never going to be up for the humanitarian of the year. Look, JR, he's got his attention focused on that ankle.
And there it is, the ankle lock. He's got it locked in. His opponent is stuck, and he's laying in those close-fist punches all the way from Idaho.
And when you're trapped like that, the best you can do is hope your opponent's fists get tired quick.
And it's been reversed.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What to expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
They know there's not enough room for both of them up there.
This has turned into a real slobber knocker. 15 feet in the air. He countered that and made it look easy.
Oh, no. Don't tell me he's about to do what I think he's about to do.
He sure is. Sweet chin music right in the kisser.
Wow, listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No, go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. There's not an ounce of quit in either superstar, but only one will remain on the ladder.
They're beating the heck out of each other, JR. Someone's going to take a tumble.
The RKO! The RKO! We all know what's coming next. Oh, no. That last shot busted him open, and the blood is flowing freely.
This is great, JR. Where else besides the WWE can you see this kind of ruthless aggression?
I can't think of anywhere else, King, but I'm afraid I don't share your enthusiasm for this kind of...
It's a long way down for whoever loses this fight, JR.
My God, look at the... And that is not the position you want to be in when you're facing the doctor of thugonomics.
It sure isn't, JR. The STFU is locked in, and you don't see many superstars get out of this one. Whoever loses this fight is going to take a heck of a fall, JR.
Back and forth, these two are going to trade blows until someone falls.
They're really going after each other, JR.
Both superstars are fighting to stay on the ladder. Oh no, what's he going to do here?
Oh my gosh, what a spear! I'm surprised he didn't break his opponent in half, JR.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't have to guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way.
We all know what's coming next. Neither can afford to lose this fight and fall to the mat.
These two are fighting for their lives on that ladder. I'll agree with you about the larger plunge. A fist fight 15 feet in the air. This isn't going to be pretty.
What a battle. Neither superstar can afford to be knocked off the ladder. I respect the fact that
It's going to be a long way down for one of these two superstars. He countered that one.
look at the intensity of these two superstars trying to stay on the ladder. He's reaching for the coveted briefcase. Can he do it? superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk. Both superstars are beating the hell out of each other on that ladder.
Only one of them's going to stay on that ladder, JR. Who's it going to be?
Oh, I am, King. I'm looking at one of the most awesome forces I've ever seen in a WWE ring. And I think the dead man's going to remind everyone tonight why they call him the Phenom.
Boy, this John Cena is his own biggest fan. How come all of these wrestlers can't talk about anything except how great they are?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, King. Cena's got some impressive accomplishments to his credit. I think he's got every right to be proud.
He's just a few inches from victory. So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of a...
Look at the fans, JR. They know what's coming next.
They sure do, and there it is. The FU. What an impact.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that would be no easy feat.
What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's rushing the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words. Oh, my. Looks like someone's been busted wide open. This can't be good.
You're right. It's not good. It's great. They're not holding anything back.
We knew these superstars weren't going to be easy on each other, but this is too much. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their...
Look at this. The briefcase is within reach.
Well, there's a big difference between seeing a monster in a movie and knowing that a real-life monster like Kane is walking the earth, King.
I don't understand how these fans can boo Edge.
He sure is, and the longer he holds that sledgehammer...
He isn't fooling around here, JR.
Not with that pedigree, he isn't. God, what a debilitating maneuver.
He's bleeding like a stuck pig.
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this man.
Stop the match. He's got his opponent in position, JR. This could be it.
Angle slam. Angle slam. He just drove his opponent into the canvas.
Jeez, JR. Don't hold anything back. Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
I think it's a damn shame that someone who's worked as hard as Booker T has to overcome and check the games would turn out to be such an A1 jerk. This could be it. We could have our winner right here.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication.
Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire. You're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not gonna end well. I'm not sure if it's your...
He's mere inches from victory in this Money in the Bank match.
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have. And this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes with the price of admission.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on it. Climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the ways you can come down that hurt. Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended or SmackDown college, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
You hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand. Not the slightly better brand or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not. I'm a Raw man, and I have to believe we're head and shoulders better than the competition.
You won't get any argument from me, JR. SmackDown's the minor leagues as far as I'm concerned. Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I'm feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knock. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog in case of the liver thing.
All right, enough! I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again. I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a highly anticipated contest, and as far as I'm concerned, it's living up to the hype.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it, that's for sure.
And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters.
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And
he's going for it, JR!
What a spear! And we ain't talking Brittany. That'll put the lights out permanently.
You say that like it's a bad thing, JR. I think it's great. No one forces a superstar to get into the ring against Kane. And if they aren't up to the challenge, they're probably not cut out for the WWE.
The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is.
You say monster like it's a bad thing, JR. But everyone loves a monster, whether they want to admit it or not. Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman never go out of style. See, JR, this is it.
He's stalking his opponent. You know what comes next.
There it is! The angle slam! I don't believe it! I think I know who's going to win this one. The ankle lock! Here we go! Oh my gosh! He's almost got the briefcase! These superstars are beating... He's going for the cover, JR. His opponent telegraphed that one. He saw that one coming.
What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long. Oh, come on. What are you thinking?
That's what happens when your heart is bigger than your muscles. I respect the effort, but there's no way this is going to happen.
Hit the gym. Come back after a few months of weight training.
You're not going to get him with that one.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. What a counter!
came to see.
Oh my gosh! The Batista bomb! He shook the entire arena with that one!
He's not going to get caught with that.
There's the pin! I gotta say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of them. The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. I don't think this is going to work, JR.
The size difference is just too great.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the...
Oh, boy. This is getting nasty, JR.
That's for sure, King. What's he got planned here?
What a spear! That'll take the fight right out of you. I love the fact that these fans always... Oh, man. I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King.
His opponent's down. He's going for it.
And there it is. He's got the STFU locked in. Oh, boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. Uh-oh. Looks like he wants to end this right here.
There it is. The Batista bomb. That's just raw animal power right there.
Was that 3? No?
We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. Wow, there's a... Oh, man. You might as well call the match right now, JR.
My God. What uncanny power. And after that move, King, you might be right.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows if he's got his opponent in position, I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be! The FU!
Here's the reversal, Cole.
I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game.
I don't think I've ever seen a superstar make the kind of impact that Umaga has ever since coming to the WWE.
Oh, he's made some waves for sure. When you're this long, it's not hard to do.
6'4" and 350 pounds. He truly... Uh-oh, here it comes. The Samoan spike. And that move can crush your windpipe and leave you completely incapacitated. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? And there's the reversal.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They should... What a counter that was.
And there's the counter, Cole.
He's just brutalizing his opponent with that table.
Well, I guess it's better to be a foot table, but not by much.
JBL has every advantage you could possibly ask for in his life. Money, talent, fame, and a natural drive to succeed. And I think that's why it's so disappointing to see him act the way he does.
What are you talking about, Cole? Everything JBL does, he does for the WWE fan.
Oh no, we've seen this before.
You sure have. The Samoan spike. Oh, man, let me tell you, that's a move that'll take the fight out of you in a heartbeat. Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You know that if you actually step in between the ropes.
I don't have to abandon a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match.
Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
Tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me.
My God, how is a human body supposed to withstand that kind of impact?
Well, if you keep getting hit like that, you don't. Plain and simple. You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole. I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Kaz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing. But cheating to steal a victory and enhance your own career is something completely different.
He's looking to finish over his opponent right here.
And that could do it. The Samoan Spike has claimed many a victim, and we might be able to add one more to the list here tonight.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. Mr. Kennedy's my kind of guy. He'll talk smack right to your face, and he can back it up with his body in that ring.
He certainly isn't shy about sharing his opinions, that's for sure. But I, for one, could do without that enormous ego of his. Nice reversal.
I'll tell you, I've never been at Samoa, but after watching Umaga in action, I'm not in a hurry to go.
You and me both, partner. We've heard that Umaga is one of a kind, and for the sake of the rest of the WWE superstars, let's hope that's true.
Holy smokes, Cole! That table's in a million pieces!
It sounds like this capacity crowd is something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong.
I wonder how JBL's going to try to cheat his way to victory here tonight, Taz.
You're out of line, Cole. And you probably don't want to slander a guy who's got as many lawyers as JBL's got either.
It's not slander if it's true, Taz. And if JBL wants to make an issue of it, I'm sure I can come up with plenty of evidence to support what I say. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy to see why. He's pretty good at it.
He certainly is, and I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting.
There's not a superstar in the locker room looking up for him.
We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, you know, that's not gonna make you popular, but you gotta do whatever it takes to win.
Without a doubt, Ken Kennedy is one of the most outspoken superstars on the SmackDown roster.
You make it sound like Kennedy's all talk, no action. You're confused, my man. That's you.
Maybe not, Ted.
There you go, through the table.
reversed it. I can't argue with any of that, JR. But as far as I'm concerned, if Lashley really wants to test his skills, he should stop working finite and start working buttons. I know that Lashley's a big, strong guy, but there's a lot of big, strong guys out there. What makes him so special?
How about the fact that he's a three-time national wrestling champion?
Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR.
A textbook reversal there. I respect the fact that he took responsibility for his actions and decided not to continue down that road. But I can't say that the way he chose to live his life since has overly impressed me either.
How can these fans be this excited about Rey Mysterio, JR? He's so tiny that half of them probably can't even see him in the ring.
Well, King, there's an old saying, size doesn't matter. It's what you do with it that counts. And I'm sure you've heard that one before.
It looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that what? Talk about adding insult to injury, tossed out of the ring and the match. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
It's like he read his opponent's mind.
He's a slippery devil.
There's the reversal. Okay, so he's got some amateur wrestling credentials. Big deal. This isn't the minor leagues, JR. This is the WWE.
This Lashley is so young and so impressive. I can only imagine the career he's got ahead of him.
His opponent telegraphed that one. Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job. I tell you, King, I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I don't believe it. He's been eliminated.
He's not going to get caught with that one.
I can't believe he countered that one. Watch out! He reversed it! These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy...
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it?
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on more hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match would be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR.
What a reversal.
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheap, plain and simple.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine getting beaten with your own finisher, JR? This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these... My God! A choke slam! All the way from hell! That was nowhere. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight. Did you see that? Ring the damn bell! You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
This is a classic matchup.
Uh-oh. He's got his opponent's leg. You know what's coming next.
I certainly do, and there it is. The figure four. Often imitated, but never duplicated. And it's been reversed. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. What a counter! I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, but I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
Oh, no! What's he doing?
You know damn well what he's doing, King. It's the Crippler crossface. Look at Shawn Michaels. The future Hall of Famer has...
Wow! He wasn't too gentle about throwing him out.
I think he's looking to put his opponent away here.
Oh my gosh! T-bone suplex! Man, what a move!
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports today.
There's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster that could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. But what are few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on?
Come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time we call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get the hell out of here before you do it. I don't want to be... Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle. They'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? And that is not the position you want to be in when you're facing the doctor of economics.
It sure isn't, JR. The STFU is locked in, and you don't see many superstars get out of this one.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of the pie. Oh no! He's got his opponent's leg. You know what that means?
The figure four! He's got the figure four locked in, JR!
Excellent counter. What ring presence?
I'm not sure if it's your eyes or your brain that's shot, JR, but that's ridiculous. The Undertaker should quit now, while he can still retire with some dignity.
Is there any superstar in WWE who can go toe-to-toe with that man? No! No! How can the referee allow something?
Oh no! Duck! Quick!
Too late! He scored big with that super kick. He countered that and made it look easy.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
He's got some evil intentions here.
Oh man, 10 feet in the air and all the way down again. I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is.
He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be. Not the FU.
He might be thinking of one of his favorite tunes.
No, Sweet chin music! I don't believe it!
He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
This competitive crowd is solidly behind.
Oh, man! That's gonna change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would...
Over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination. These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Guys, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you? Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing. I think he's going for it, King. This could be it.
No! Triple cross face! If you can't break that hold, it could break your neck! Oh my gosh! He's been eliminated from the match! Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
No, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape of my man, I don't appear to be doing too much. That's one fewer superstar in this match.
He saw that one coming.
Oh, for the love of open your eyes, Red. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's gonna do whatever it takes to win this one. I think these two... All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
You're not going to get him with that one.
He countered that one perfectly. He isn't fooling around here, JR.
Not with that pedigree he isn't. God, what a debilitating maneuver. It looks like he's taking advantage of his dazed opponent.
He sure is, JR. There it is, the twist of fate. Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No deceiver, were head and shoulders better than the competition.
You won't get any argument from me, JR. SmackDown's the minor leagues as far as I'm concerned. Oh boy, these fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
Oh, I think he's looking to finish off his opponent.
He sure is, King, and that scissors kick just might do it.
Oh no, look at the fans, JR. They know what's coming next.
They sure do, and there it is, the FU. What an impact!
I gotta say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I don't know, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think this match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar.
I think I know who's gonna win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to...
Is that... Yes, that's an elimination.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, but I think these fans...
He's sizing up his opponent. This could be it.
There it is, JR! His patented scissors kick! You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar...
That's it! He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
That's easy for the fans to say.
It appears he's looking to put his opponent away here.
Oh, man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure.
He might as well start walking back to the locker room. He's out of this match.
Well, you know what they say, JR. Pride goes before a fall. And from the looks of things, John Cena's got a heck of a fall ahead of him.
There aren't many superstars as nice. He just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion.
Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are. He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all
Up and over and out. Eliminated. You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. Speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time you stop wearing that crown. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You've got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere. And there's the elimination.
I'll never understand what the big deal is about Batista. He's just another superstar with more muscles than brains as far as I'm concerned.
You couldn't be more wrong, King. That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE.
Hey, how's it feel to embarrass yourself in front of millions of fans?
Oh, would you stop it, King? He's giving it his best shot here. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later. There he goes! He's out of the match! So, King, she's clearly in control of her opponent here.
And there it is! The Stratisfaction! Another stratified customer, JR!
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations. He doesn't look too happy about it, but an elimination is an elimination.
Oh, sure. Well, anyone can look good if they've got a great partner backing them up. You ought to know that, JR.
I cannot express how much admiration I have for Matt Hardy's never say die attitude.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything could happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or lose this thing.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you play favorites. Well, there's one less superstar in this match now.
You gotta give him credit. He's got a lot of heart.
Yeah, but I don't think he's got much in the way of brains.
My name is Friendly.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have. That's not the kind of attitude to come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up.
Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something. He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match.
Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well.
Well, it's obvious he's got his opponent set for the ride of a lifetime.
There it is, JR! A huge power bomb! See, JR, this is exactly why Raw is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
You're absolutely right, King. We've got the best superstars, the best band,
And the best announced team. Don't forget that.
I was going to say that until you interrupted me. Now the ball has a
I am so glad Chris Benoit isn't the World Heavyweight Champion anymore, JR. I couldn't stand it when Raw was being represented by someone like him.
Oh, yeah. What a tragedy it was to have a champion who was utterly devoted to the business and to the fans, and who always went out to that ring and gave 110%.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
I think he's going for it, King.
He sure is, JR. And there it is, the Celtic Cross. You might as well ring the bell now. No one gets up from that.
I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind that the secret... The RKO! Look out! He's setting up his opponent. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No, go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker. I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all.
Me neither, JR. I guess that just goes to show that anything can happen in the WWE.
I think you hit the nail right on the head, King. And it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
Looks like things have quieted down here a bit, JR.
Well, you can be certain that won't let... The RKO! The RKO! We all know what's coming next.
There it is! The RKO! Man, it's as fast as it is deadly. Uh-oh. Looks like he's got a song he wants to play for his opponent. I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I disagree entirely, King. I bet my almost silver ass that this one isn't even close to being over.
That's a pretty big bet, JR. Are you sure you're able to cover it?
You've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these superstars be able to withstand tonight?
I don't know, JR, but I think they're pretty intent on finding out.
They certainly are. I don't know how it's going to end, but I can guarantee you they're going to leave it all in the ring.
I'll agree with you about the larger part, JR. He's about as wide as he is tall. I'd say he should take up sumo wrestling, but I don't want to see him in a loincloth.
No one's ever going to accuse Big Show of being a pretty little ballerina. I think he's a great deal more agile than you give him credit for.
Well, he couldn't be much less. He's got all the grace of a bull elephant and half the size.
These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have the conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't. And that's only one of the many reasons I try to stay out of the ring whenever possible.
He's got his opponent in position, JR. This could be it.
Angle slam! Angle slam! He just threw his opponent into the canvas.
I wonder if SmackDown's going to have anything nearly this good next Friday.
I think we both know the answer to that one, King. How could they compete with a match like this?
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except we have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing the pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight. These superstars are so unpredictable, this match could go another 30
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Taz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing, but cheating to steal a victory and enhance your own career is something completely different. He saw that one coming.
Wow, great reversal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars, for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here. Oh, my God! Here it comes!
With pedigree. He's looking to put his opponent away right here. You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
But what you got to realize, to make it in the WWE, this is not a job. This is a lifestyle. That's why you see so much passion for what they do in the ring.
Yep, I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game. Nice quick counter. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
That'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my... Uh-oh. Looks like he's got something big planned.
Pedigree. They don't get much bigger than that, Cole.
You talk about raw power. You talk about intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
Hey, there's no doubt he's a very impressive dude, no question. But let's not get too carried away here. It's not like he's the biggest and baddest guy ever to step foot in the WWE ring, Cole, you know what I mean?
You say that, Taz, but no one else comes to mind. You've got to be pretty big and pretty bad to pin Triple H for the World Heavyweight title. And that's exactly what Batista did at WrestleMania 21.
Hey, look, anybody can have a really good night. You know?
Everyone says that Kurt Angle's one of the greatest superstars in the business, but considering he went from Raw to SmackDown to ECW, that's like claiming to be the world's tallest midget.
Oh, come on, King. Angle's an Olympic gold medal. That he's the submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. Man, JR, I've been watching the Great Khali since he made his entrance, and I still can't get over the size of this guy.
That makes two of us, King. And I'm sure we're all familiar with the old expression, size isn't everything. But when you have as much of it as this monster, I don't know what else could possibly matter.
It's like he read his opponent's mind.
Is it time? Yes, we've got another superstar joining the match. That went nowhere. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
Uh-oh. Looks like he wants to end this right here.
There it is, the Batista Bomb. That's just raw animal power right there. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are. He's a 3 count away from a pinfall.
What a reversal. He almost got the 3 count, but almost doesn't count. Looks like it's time to add another superstar to the match. He countered that and made it look easy.
It looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy.
A textbook reversal there.
His opponent's down. He's going for it.
And there it is. He's got the STFU locked in. And there's the submission. There might not be any way out of it.
There better be, or we're going to see a tap out right here. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about? And here's the pin.
Watch out! He reversed it.
Another superstar has entered the match.
You know, JR, everyone goes on and on about how great The Undertaker is, but I think he's overrated. It takes more than black lights and some dry ice to impress me.
And how about going 14-0 at WrestleMania, King? How about being a 4-time WWE champion? Does that impress you?
Now, come on, JR. I'm not saying that the dead man doesn't have one or two impressive achievements to his name. I just think he's taken too seriously for a grown man who dresses like it's Halloween every day.
1 or 2? There's a reason they call him the Phenom. He's been one of the most dominant WWE superstars for his entire career. He came in at the top, and he stayed there ever since.
Well, The Undertaker might have had a pretty good ride, but I think 13 years is his unlucky number. Another superstar joining in. The more the merrier, I say.
He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We can see a tap out right here, JR.
You're not going to get him with that one.
Oh, boy. These top rope moves can go either way. He reversed it. He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. Oh, man. Don't tell me he's about to do what I think he's about to do.
Tombstone pile driver. My God, what an impact. He may get the 3 count here. There's the kick out. I thought that was it for sure. He's going up. This could backfire.
He's going up, but what's he gonna do when he gets there? I think I know who's gonna win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10...
Here's the pin! Could this be it? That was like 2 7/8, JR. Did you ever think you'd be watching these?
He's got that submission hold locked in!
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here. These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me. Oh, no, I can't watch.
My God, that will break you in half. I can't imagine how anyone could come back from something like that. And there's the cover.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. Oh, no. It looks like he's donned the proverbial crimson mask.
There's so much blood.
My God, would you look at the power of this superstar?
Here we go. Tombstone pile driver. Here's the cover, JR.
Excellent counter. What ring presence.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker. He's got his opponent in a pinning predicament.
I'll never understand what the big deal is about Batista. He's just another superstar with more muscles than brains as far as I'm concerned.
You couldn't be more wrong, King. I've always found Batista to be extremely intelligent. You don't often see anyone put anything past him in the ring or outside it. Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for our SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't.
He's going for the cover, JR.
The submission hold is locked in.
You say he's to get out of either, Cole.
Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him. Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, Taz, and he's feeding off that energy right now. And there's the reversal. He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
That means you gotta either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you gotta just flat out tap out.
I think these fans know what's coming next.
You know it, Cole. The F.U. Man, get a load of that power. That was a textbook reversal.
Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Hey, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think.
Nice reversal. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what.
That reversal might... What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury. He slipped out of that one. I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
I think he's looking to finish off his opponent right here.
There it is, Cole. The angle slam. He ain't fooling around here. Watch it. He reversed it. You know what? This scene, he spends a lot of time running his mouth, Cole. If it was me, I'd put a little bit more energy to improve my in-ring skills.
Seen as a double. Uh-oh. Looks like he's got something big planned.
Pedigree. They don't get much bigger than that, Cole.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? He saw that one coming.
Man, I'll tell you what, there's the cover.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this. I think he's through playing around.
That's an understatement, Cole. What a wicked education. Oh, jeez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers.
That's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
Wow, great reverse. He smells blood in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar... What a submission maneuver! You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you,
He's going straight for the leg of his opponent.
and there it is, Cole. He's got that ankle locked in there, and he ain't letting go. He's going for the submission.
And he might get it. He's got that hold locked in. And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of...
Oh, no. The referee is down. What's going to happen now?
Anything and everything, Cole. No ref means no rules. He ain't taking any chances with this. I think we know where he's going with this, Cole.
Here it comes. The F.U. He just drove his opponent straight into the ground.
This could be 3 right here. I'll tell you, all the WWE supers...
The referee's hand was coming down for a 3 count. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weak. Oh my, there's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
No doubt, Cole. If your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left. Here he goes. He's going for it.
And he got all of it. Textbook execution.
Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner. And this might be enough to get the tap out right here.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are. And you know that's going to have an effect on this match. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
Not kidding, Cole. I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it.
Look at this, Cole. He's going for it.
And there it is. The pedigree. And there's the pin.
1, 2, 3. I don't think there's anything Edge wouldn't do to get what he wants, and that's what I like about this guy.
That's funny, because that's exactly what I can't stand about Edge. He might be a great competitor, but he's a lousy human being.
Hey, I'm not saying I want to be fair enough, but I love watching this guy in the ring. Are you telling me you'd rather watch a guy who does everything by the book, Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, and cares about the rules, more about winning? Come on.
I'd rather watch a superstar who had some sense of sportsmanship, some sense of decency. Yes, there's the cover. Can he do it?
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
I think Benoit might have lost a step or two when he took that little vacation from SmackDown. You know.
And here's the cover.
1, 2, 3. Michaels is getting up there, Cole. You know what? If he sticks around too much longer, the HBK is going to stand for has-been kid.
I don't think Shawn Michaels is ever... He's got his opponent on the ground. Could this be it?
This is it, all right. STFU. Oh, man. This is just about the last hold you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
He's 3 seconds away from a win.
Good evening to our fans from Vancouver, British Columbia. Michael Cole and Taz at ringside, and what a show we've got for you tonight. Hey, partner?
Hey, Cole, it's pretty funny. You said, hey. You know, like the Canadians, they always go, hey. You know, hey.
What can I say, Taz? The enthusiasm of these Vancouver fans is contagious. I can't remember the last time I saw a crowd this pumped up for SmackDown action.
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it.
a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
What a reversal.
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
He smells blood in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match.
He slipped out of that one.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. And there's the counter, Cole. You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am. It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar the way they have for John Cena.
Yeah, that's great, Cole. No doubt the WWE fans, they love John Cena. I get that. But this is not a popularity contest. It's a physical, athletic competition.
I don't think Cena's got a problem being physical either, Taz. There aren't many superstars who've accomplished what he has between those ropes. I don't think there's a superstar in the history of WWE who's gone from rookie to WWE champion as quickly as John Cena has.
Yeah, Cole, but you said it yourself. John Cena has shot up real quick. He ain't picked up these...
What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Oh, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover, neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that could have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, Cole. Let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like whitening your teeth. Deal?
He's got his opponent on the ground. Could this be it?
This is it, all right. STFU. There's not a...
What a submission maneuver. You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone... And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. This has been a great match so far. And I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than, wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner, and this might be enough to get the tap out right here. Oh my, there's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
No doubt, Cole, if your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left. These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to huge submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of it.
Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me. superstars are... He's going for the submission.
And he might get it. He's got that hold locked in.
He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole. Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all. He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
And that means you got to either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you got to just flat out tap out. You know what this scene he's been? I think we know where he's going with this, Cole.
Here it comes. The FU. He just drove his opponent straight into the ground.
This is one heck of a match. So there's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
Man, I can't tell you how impressed.
Top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little to go around. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
Not kidding, Cole. Oh, man, this is just about the last hold you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity.
Looks like he's going for it.
He sure is. The STFU is locked in.
Oh, great. I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys, but these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stare at your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what they've got in mind. It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, any time you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick completely different.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match. I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something huge is gonna go down.
Victory means absolutely everything to these competitors tonight.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. You got any others like, I don't know, nobody wants to lose? Or how about this one? The superstar who beats their opponent will be the winner.
How about Taz should spend more time calling the match and less time cutting down his broadcast partner?
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you got to do whatever it takes to win. And if that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Oh man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match.
Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Not too tough to figure out who's going to win this one.
You know, this wouldn't be the first time you made a prediction that didn't pan out.
That's pretty funny. You know what I predict? You keep up with your mouth, you're going to have a permanent lip.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
I'm sure they haven't, Cole. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything. As soon as you let the slightest doubt into your mind, you can forget about it.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I think these fans know what's coming next.
You know it, Cole. The F.U. Man, get a hold of that.
These superstars are clearly giving it their all tonight.
Not a surprise there at all, Cole. You tell me the last time that you saw a WWE superstar only go halfway.
I don't think I ever have, Taz. Everyone on the roster gives 110%. If they didn't, they wouldn't be here. I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Cole, what you got to realize, to make it in the WWE, this is not a job. This is a lifestyle. That's why you see so much passion for what they do in the ring.
And that's something you won't see anywhere else. With all due respect to every athlete and entertainer out there, no one gives as much of themselves to their fans as the WWE superstars. What an incredible match we've seen so far.
It ain't over yet, Cole.
It sure isn't. I think these superstars could keep going for quite a while longer. These superstars certainly aren't going easy on each other tonight. They sure are giving the fans their money's worth.
No doubt, Cole. These WWE superstars put their bodies on the line night after night.
And the fans sell out these arenas night after night, Taz. Sounds like a pretty fair trade to me.
I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away right here.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete with SmackDown's finest.
Come on, Cole. I know you're just trying to be diplomatic, but you can't seriously sit there and say that there's anyone on the Raw roster you'd want to have here on SmackDown. Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch.
If you ever wondered just how much punishment a human body could take, I think you're gonna get an answer tonight.
You might be right, Taz. It doesn't look like these superstars are going to go easy on each other.
That's not what they're getting paid for, Cole. And besides, they got too much pride to get less than 100% in there. This has been a real rocket buster of a match so far, Cole.
It has indeed. And I think this crowd would like to see these superstars pick up the pace a little bit.
What are you talking about? This is some classic old-school wrestling here. Picking your spots and waiting for your opportunities.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Jeez, Cole, watch your language, will you? It's a family show.
I said exasperate.
Welcome to Raw, live from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm Jim Ross with Jerry the King Lawler.
I know I say this a lot, JR, but I think tonight's show is going to be the best one ever.
You might be right, King, Of course, the Raw superstars always seem to find a way to outdo themselves every week, and that shouldn't be a surprise. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. I can't believe he countered that one.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives me to the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who can hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on there.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get the hell out of here before you do it. I don't want to be any part of what that's going to get me.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say. I think this crowd has decided to exercise.
His opponent telegraphed that one.
And it's been reversed.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself and risk all the same to you. He's got his opponent cornered in the turnbuckle. And look at those fast blows.
There's no finesse here, JR. He's just trying to beat his opponent into unconsciousness. Oh, boy, this won't do you any favors.
It certainly doesn't, King. A flurry.
What's he going to do here?
The T-bone suplex. He might have knocked his opponent out with that one. Boy, what an incredible competitor Rey Mysterio is. I'd have to say that, pound for pound, he might be the most exciting superstar on the SmackDown. I think we've got a #1 bestseller in the immediate future.
The bookend! He's looking to finish this one, JR. Superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later.
I think he's got it. Does he have it?
Both superstars are fighting to stay on the line. I think he's about to take that title and this match. If he grabs the title, this one's over.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
Watch out! He reversed it!
This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE man.
He's almost got the title!
Look at the intensity of these two superstars trying to stay on the ladder.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside.
A fist fight 15 feet in the air. This isn't going to be pretty. They're beating the heck out of each other, JR. Someone's going to take a tumble.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their mind.
You sure can, JR. And I don't think we'd have it any other way.
Rob Van Dam is such an amazing athletic competitor. There's not a doubt in my mind that he's one of the biggest stars in the business.
You've got to be kidding me, JR.
That's a short climb, but a potentially long fall.
They know there's not enough room for both of them up there.
Whoever wins this fight might just win the match.
He reversed it. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this...
Uh-oh. I think he's looking to finish off his opponent.
He sure is, King, and that scissors kick just might do it.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
Here are your winners, Rob Van Dam and Booker T.